We got an awful lot of first-timers out there, Jesse, so it's going to be good. So we're going to see how they handle the jitters. Tracy right now looks very calm, relaxed. She was kind of joking with her coaches on the way, getting ready to enter into the cage, so that's a good sign.
And something we love to see fighters doing when they're getting prepped up is that smile. When you can step into the cage and smile, you know that fighter is going to perform.
Absolutely, because they know the hard work's already been done. The hard work's done in the gym, and boy, you listen to that crowd. They are ready. They are excited.
A lot of support for the Streets of Butte girl in the cage.
All right, a huge ovation for our second fighter, Meilyn Ordaz Rivette.
We have Meilyn fighting out of Montana MMA, Bozeman, the sister city to Livingston, and definitely, you can tell by the crowd's reaction, a hometown favorite.
Absolutely, we're going to be hearing that a lot tonight, Jesse, because we've got an awful lot of Montana MMA fighters. Most of them out of the Bozeman club, but one of them local out of the brand new Livingston club here. So it's going to be a big ovation later on in the evening for that fighter. But right now, it's Meilyn Ordaz Rivette. She had a great training camp also. She's been training about 3 years. Wanted to give a huge shout out to her coach, Brian Dietz at Montana MMA. Also, she was talking about her game plan.
Her game plan, she revealed to us before the fight, was that she wanted to go in there and get into a position where she could let her crazy out.
She wants to get to the crazy spot. So I am really curious to see what exactly the crazy spot looks like, because she was very enthusiastic. She said she did a lot of sparring, getting ready for this fight. And she's excited to get in there and get after it.
In a very stark contrast to Tracy stepping into the ring, here we can see Meilyn is absolutely focused. She isn't smiling, she is determined.
Yep, it's going to be good. Both weighing in at 130 pounds, but Tracy has a noticeable height and reach advantage on Meilyn. I don't think it bothers her.
Let's turn this over to our ringside announcer, Mark.
Here we go. Huge ovation by the crowd. They're ready to get this one underway.
Folks at home, I hope you're nearly as excited as everyone in this arena is for this bout.
Referee Jesse Newbreast gets ready to start our first bout of the evening. Thanks for joining us here on the live stream.
The fighters touch gloves, and we'll see how that immediate combination. A kick to try to find some space, but she's backed up against the cage, fights back to the middle. Can she use that reach advantage? And they are in an all-out brawl.
Meilyn really working the inside there, Jesse. A lot of hooks and trying to get inside of that reach advantage that Tracy Miller has. But boy, she's fighting her way in. This is a good brawl, folks.
Taking a couple of shots, landing square there.
Nice front kick by Tracy.
The fight starting to slow down after an exchange like that, I'd be impressed if they can keep it up at this pace.
Yeah, generally want to get those first round jitters out. Now they're settling into their game. Tracy's going long, trying to use her reach advantage, but Meilyn just is not worried about that at all. She's fighting into the inside.
Tracy hasn't yet made her respect that range. And of course, she's been closing the gap.
Yeah, boy, and they are exchanging. This is a great fight to start the night, folks. They are trading punches right down the pipe. Yeah,
you see a lot of jabs being exchanged right there. Some punches not quite connecting at their full strength, but still a trade in the pocket. We've got a right for a right. We've got a kick for a straight. They are going to brawl this, I think, until one of them hits the mat.
It appears so right now, Jesse. They're settling in, but they're really not slowing down a whole lot. Tracy's trying to use her advantage, but Meilyn comes right back in on the inside, throwing lefts and rights. So neither one of them are throwing onesie-twosie. They are throwing combinations, folks. This is a way to start the night.
Beautiful body kick out of Tracy right there. And that calls the end to our first round. And what a round it was, man.
Referee steps in, and I can tell you right now, I'm glad I'm commentating because all we have to do is talk about what an awesome fight it is. We don't have to try and judge that one and figure out who won that round. It looked pretty darn even to me. They were exchanging a lot. Neither one really got established because as one would begin to take over, then they'd slow down, the other would come back, and the momentum would go back and forth all round. So terrific performance by both Meilyn and Tracy.
I would have to say that round was best described by the last two exchanges in the round. We saw some really nice inside control by Meilyn, and then a staggering roundhouse to the body out of Tracy. You could see it took some of the wind out of her attack. That was followed by both of them just exchanging leather in the pocket.
Boy, and I'll tell you, after a couple of exchanges like that, you can see, they can tell they've been in a fight. They've got that look, but neither one is breathing hard, so they're both in good shape, and they're up off their stools and ready to go for round number two.
The question for the judges from round one, how do you score these body kicks? The question for the judges in round two, will there be a round three?
Exactly. There we go, touch of the gloves. Exchange of front kicks. Now they both slowed their pace a little bit here, Jesse. Now they're picking it right back up again. Exchanging. Meilyn is using kicks.
That had to hurt.
Tracy's showing a nice straight right hand. Still, neither one has got complete dominance here. Tracy's trying to use that length.
Front kick and uppercut just barely glancing off. Here we see a tendency by Meilyn to open up a little when throwing that lead kick.
Meilyn keeps her gloves up nice and high as she works her way in because she's got to fight her way in through that longer reach. She's been doing a heck of a good job of it.
And that was a nice spinning back fist.
Another right lead by Tracy. She's been having some success with that right hand, Jesse, shooting it right down the center, but Meilyn comes back with a right hand of her own.
Good outside kick to the body by Tracy. And here we see it happening again. When Meilyn steps in to deliver that right roundhouse, she drops her gloves.
And now for the first time, Tracy was kind of going with a little bit of lower kicks into the legs, and now they're just throwing leather. Meilyn combinations of right and lefts, a nice roundhouse kick. Tracy comes back with that right lead. I would not want to be judging this one, Jesse. They are trading leather hardcore.
I would not want to be in there with this one, man.
Neither one. Neither one has taken a step back very far.
Good combination by both.
It was nice to see Tracy Miller at the end kind of mixing it up where she was going a left uppercut with the right lead after that.
And we can see on
Right
our
there, you'll
instant
see
replay,
the replay.
that exchange of 2 right straights.
Nice kick.
That is, I think, the defining factor of this fight. They're both dealing out and taking so much punishment here. We might just have to ask the question, which one of them breaks first?
Or will they? Because neither one has taken more than one step back. If they take a step back, it's just to readjust and come back forward again. Nice right hand on the replay there by Tracy Miller.
We have a
You
good
see her
jab.
trying to set that up, but Meilyn with the right hand. She's fighting her way inside, doing a heck of a job. These are 2 tough fighters in there to open up tonight's Fight Force Arise, Livingston Civic Center, Livingston, Montana.
You can see from the instant replay of that last exchange, both of them throwing 6 strikes, each of them landing 3 significant strikes to the head. We're going into the final round. If this ends up going to decision, I have no idea which one of these fighters is in the lead on the scorecards right now. But I don't think they'll step out of this ring without a knockout, Manny.
Here we go, round number 3. I think both fighters know it's got to be close, and they've both got to be going for it round number 3, and that's exactly what they're doing.
For anybody wondering, kickboxing unified rules, you cannot hold on to the foot of an opponent. So Tracy catching those kicks for just a second, but you cannot hold on to that foot.
Now Tracy trying an uppercut there, just as a setup, but Meilyn coming back with a hard left.
We're seeing a lot more circling, a lot more backing up out of Meilyn this round.
They're trying to use a little more angles.
Prior.
Little more angles we're seeing now in round number 3, and a slightly slower pace, but these gals want it.
Well.
They want it. They're both
nice
throwing
right
combinations.
Straight, connecting clean. And that was a powerful right cross, just barely glancing off the glove.
Couple front kicks to the belly by Tracy Miller.
Beautiful head and body movement there. Good jab. Another good jab.
As Meilyn connects, you hear the crowd react. A nice left lead, a nice combination by Meilyn.
They're both starting to get sucked back into that brawl.
Nice right hand by Tracy Miller. A beautiful
Tracy
uppercut.
with a nice uppercut.
And Meilyn stays right in the pocket, Jesse. She's not looking to dance on the outside. She's looking to get in and throw some leather.
Just
and
missing a couple of hooks by inches. Meilyn staying in the pocket, trying to find her damage, trading a straight for a straight, throwing a
there you go.
wicked cross.
10 seconds left. Let's see how they finish off here, Jesse. Meilyn is really coming forward. Tracy's responding.
Neither one of them is trying to step back here, and that is
what a way to start the evening. The crowd roars their appreciation for that fight number 1. This one's going to the scorecards, Jesse. Let's see what the judges have to say. Both fighters and their corners are convinced they've won. Let's see what the judges have to say. As we were mentioning earlier, I wouldn't want to be a judge on this one. That looked pretty darn even to me.
All
3 rounds.
Right now is either way that the judges score this card, it's got to be considered fair.
That's right.
Especially considering both of these fighters, this is the first time either of them has stepped into the professional cage, stood in front of an audience, and traded blows with a well-prepared opponent. These aren't sparring blows that they're dealing to each other here. This is an actual full contact fight. Both of them showing a lot of heart, a lot of commitment, and a lot of dedication to be here. And I would say whichever one of them wins this bout should be proud, and the other opponent should be just as proud.
Absolutely, absolutely. Both fighters walk out of here with their heads held high because they represented their clubs very well. They represented themselves very well. I'm really impressed, and I'm really glad my face wasn't at the end of any of those punches because a lot of those punches look like they hurt. We can see on the instant replay here just throwing combinations, both of them moving forward, and they came here to fight.
They were definitely not happy to go to decision, I think, Manny.
Yeah, I think either one of them would have liked to have had a knockout or a TKO, but you've got two tough competitors in there, and they were both eating leather, and they were both dishing it out. And you'll notice even when they took the shots, they kept walking through them. So now it's taken a minute for the judges to come to a decision here. So
Meilyn taking
here we go to the ring announcer.
The body keeps stepping forward here. You see 7 significant strikes to the head.
Out of the blue corner, Tracy Miller wins in a brawl, unanimous